World number 1 and defending Monte Carlo champion Rafael Nadal has proved his dominance on the clay in this tournament once again, defeating Kei Nishikori 6-3, 6-2 in an hour and 30 minutes for the 11th title in the Principality in the last 14 years. No player has ever dominated one event in modern tennis in a way Nadal reigns in Monte Carlo, winning 68 out of 72 matches he played since 2003 when he was only 16. This was the 76th ATP title for Nadal, moving just one away from John McEnroe, and also the record-breaking 21st Masters 1000 crown, leaving Novak Djokovic on 30. In addition, he will stay world number 1 after defending 1,000 points he won 12 months ago, and he has to do the same in Barcelona next week in order to stay in front of Roger Federer, who is just 100 points behind him. Nadal was the player to beat in Monte Carlo, and he proved his greatness once again, winning the title without dropping the set for the first time since 2012, and he has now won 36 consecutive sets played on clay. This was the 10th victory for the Spaniard over Nishikori in 12 meetings, 4 encounters on clay, playing against each other for the first time since Rio Olympics when the Japanese scored a win. This was the best tournament for Kei since 2016, scoring 2 top 10 wins, the last one before Monte Carlo came in Brisbane 2017, and entering the Masters 1000 final for the first time since Canada 2016, but it wasn't enough to go all the way and overpower such a strong rival. Nishikori had to play from the first round, and he spent 5 more hours on the court compared to Rafa, and that was evident on the court today. It wasn't the perfect display from Nadal, but, as always, he did enough to keep the upper hand and control the pace in the points, facing just 2 break points and mounting the pressure on the other side of the net. Kei managed to break his opponent in the third game of the match to grab an early lead, but that was pretty much all we saw from him on the return, wasting a break point in Game 7 and fading from the court in set number 2, just like Grigor Dimitrov yesterday. The Japanese served at only 52%, and that wasn't enough to keep him in contention, dropping 48% of the points in his games and giving his serve away 4 times from 8 break points Nadal created. Rafa had 20 winners and 21 unforced errors, while Kei stood on the 12-19 ratio, spraying mistakes from both wings and finding it hard to deal with the Spaniards' down-the-line shots. The Japanese prevailed in the longest points, but Nadal erased that deficit in the shortest and mid-range exchanges to create the crucial gap. Rafa missed a chance to score an early break in Game 2 when his forehand down the line finished just outside the line, and Kei broke him in Game 3 with a backhand winner at the net. Nonetheless, Nishikori couldn't stay in front for too long, hitting a double fault in Game 4 to lose the advantage, and Rafa held at love in Game 5 with a smash winner to restore the order and gain the momentum. The deciding moment came in Game 6 when Rafa broke for the second time in a row, moving 4-2 ahead and saving a break point in the following game to cement his advantage. Kei held at love to reduce the deficit to 5-3, but Nadal closed the set on own serve in Game 9, firing a forehand winner to get the job done in 56 minutes. Carried by this drive, Rafa was the dominant figure in set number 2, serving at 80% and dropping 4 points in his games, keeping all the pressure on Nishikori, who had no weapons that would keep him in touch. The Japanese saved a break point in the first game, but Nadal broke him at 15 in Game 3 with a backhand return winner, jumping into a 3-1 lead with a forehand winner in Game 4, looking better and better as the match progressed. Kei got broken again in Game 5, and the title was in his hands when he blasted a backhand cross-court winner in Game 8, celebrating another huge success on the court that gave him so much in the last 13 years. Final result: 1. Rafael Nadal, ESP, vs Kei Nishikori, JPN, 6-3, 6-2. Also, April 21, 2013, Novak Djokovic dethrones Rafael Nadal in Monte Carlo.